Hi guys, Tom's here. In John 20 verse 19, after Jesus prophesied death and resurrection, we see that all of Jesus' disciples gathered and Jesus went to see them. This is to say almost all of them were actually gathered, but only Thomas was not there with them. And when those that were there told Thomas that they have seen the Lord, he didn't believe. It was like until he sees, that's when he's going to believe. That's why he said in John 20 verse 25, that unless I see the nail marks on his hands and put my fingers where the nails were and put my hand into his side, I will not believe. I didn't say it. The Bible said it. A week later, when the disciples were gathering together again, this time Thomas was there with them. Even though the doors were locked, Jesus came inside and stood amongst them. And he said to them, "Peace be unto you." And then he said to Thomas, "Put your fingers here. You see my hands? Reach out your hands and put it into my side. Stop doubting and believe." That was in John 20 verse 27. And almost immediately, Thomas believed that Jesus has risen from the dead and is with them again. And so it is here that Jesus said, "Because you have seen me, you have believed. Blessed are those that have not seen and yet believed." Actually, Thomas believed, but Jesus is focusing more on people that have not seen and yet still believe. Thomas has seen, that's why he believed. He was doubting before, but immediately he saw, he believed. And now Jesus is now focusing more on people that have not seen and yet believe. He's saying they are blessed. So Jesus didn't just die for us, he actually rose for us. And yeah, he didn't deny Thomas of what he asked for, but then he makes it clear that there is a blessing for those who have not seen and yet still believe. So the truth of his resurrection does not rely on maybe you've seen him or not, because blessed are those who have not seen and believed. So here's the call: believe, not just when it's obvious, not just when it's easy, but even when it's quiet, even when you cannot trace his hands. Trust his heart, because faith is not built on proof, it's built on trust. And guess what? Jesus calls you blessed. Yes, you. He calls you blessed. He calls me blessed. Just when you decide to believe without seeing. So today, hold on to your throat. He's alive, he's near, and he's worthy of your faith. Even when you can't see him, let your heart say yes. Because believing isn't weakness, so it's power, it's surrender, and it's the posture of the truly blessed. Jesus loves you, champ.